before we look too far ahead for Arsenal, let's just take a moment to reflect on where they are in terms of, the turn of the year. I know they've played a game more than a couple of the teams who will be hoping to catch them, or certainly more than City, who'll be hoping to catch them. But 6 points clear of Villa, 7 points clear of City. They couldn't have hoped for much better at the start of January, could they, Merce?
No, 100%. I think, come what last August, if you'd have said they're going to be 7 points clear of Man City and Man City's game in hand is at home to Chelsea, you take that every day of the week. Every day of the week, yeah. They've just got to keep on going. They've just got to keep on game by game. The games go very quickly. I think how many games in January, so many games, bang. Before you know it'll be March and then it starts. The last 8 games. Man City will be thinking, if we can get within 3 points of Arsenal with 7 games to go, we will fancy our chances very strongly. If it's at 6 and 7s, I don't see it. But get down to 3, and then I think it's proper game on. That's what Man City will be aiming for.
And it's not just that. It's the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. Mm-hmm. It's top of the Champions League table. Everything is going so well for them. I honestly think that it's probably the least important competition for them, but I genuinely believe the Carabao Cup is going to be so important because if they win that, it would just relax them into the rest of the season. It would take the pressure off to a certain extent. Don't get me wrong, they want this. This is the one they want. They want the league title, and then the Champions League can take care of itself. If they're lucky enough to do the double, unbelievable. But I do think that they've just got to win a trophy. And winning that Carabao Cup, because it's not the sort of game you want to lose against a big rival. You know what it's like with Arsenal, Chelsea. It's a huge one for them. I think it would just relax them, because at times I feel with Arsenal, as good as what they've been this last few years, they've been so unfortunate, but I also think pressure has sometimes got in their way. They've wanted it so badly that it hurts, and that can sometimes come at a cost, and it has done. But I feel that if they can just get that one and everything else, there's no reason why with this squad, because look at the players they're not even bringing off the bench. They're not even bringing off Eze today, who's an unbelievable player. They have got such an incredible squad, and that has been their downfall over the last few years, Paul.
But that squad is going to be so important. Natalie pointed it out there. I was talking to Mikel Arteta about it there, about how busy their January is. But there are away games in the Premier League between now and the end of the season. You look at the Manchester City one, and if it stays sort of nip and tuck between them within sort of 3-4 points, then that could potentially be significant come the end of the season and, on the 18th of April. But do they look winnable to you, Paul?
Yeah, they all look winnable. I think what they won 5 and drew 2 of them games. Obviously, Leeds weren't in the Premier League. So if they can match what they did last season, that means they draw against Man City and they draw one and win the others. They take that tomorrow morning. They take that tomorrow morning. But on any given day, you've only got to go back to last year. Ball goes over the top, Saliba gets sent off, lose the game. It just takes that one bit of lack of concentration or a bit of luck or bad luck here and there. But they're hard games. Tottenham ain't going to be easy. Brentford's not easy. Long throw, got one of the best home records in the league. No one likes to go to Leeds. Leeds, it'll be electric. You can make a case for all them teams. Forest are fighting for their lives. So, when they play Wolves might be shackles off, or who knows, Wolves might have won 4 on the trot. It's all about timings when you get down to there.
How important, Paul, is it that you've got a bit of breathing space in that game, April the 18th? You don't want to be going there feeling like it's a must-win, do you?
Oh, you'd want to be 6 points clear. You want to be 6 points clear. If that's a 3 point and Man City win that and go level with what would be left then 4 or 5 games, you've got to go with a team that have got over the line umpteen times to the team that haven't got over. And that's what... But they've got to look after them games before that. Who knows? Man City, a couple more draws like they did against Sunderland, and they might fizzle away, but they just got to keep on doing. They're doing amazing at the moment, Arsenal. And their squad is so strong.
It does look so good for Arsenal. They're in pole position. As you said, they've got the squad depth that maybe they've been missing in previous seasons. If it is going to turn, if it were to go against them, where do you think might be the weak point?
Up front. I don't think Arsenal have a natural goal scorer. Gyökeres has come in as supposed to be that goal scorer, but I don't think he's a natural goal scorer. You know what I mean? He never really tapping balls in. He's always got, he hasn't scored a lot of goals, full stop. I think that's where because when it gets down to the last 8 games and it gets so nervy, believe me, it's so nervy. you might need that out of something, and I just don't think they got that natural goal scorer. The nearest thing to it probably is Jesus, but he goes with Gyökeres before him, and I think he'll go with Havertz before him as well when he comes back. So that would be the one for me. I just don't think they have that goal scorer, do you know what I mean, out of nothing.
Having said that, they managed 3 today against Bournemouth.
Yeah, they got 3, but they were 3 very good goals. You know, 1 was from a centre-half and 2 from a midfield player. Again, not a centre-forward.
No.